Is there anybody out there? I don't think there's anybody out there. That's alright. That's alive. Hello! Turn off studio mode over here. It's been a while since I went live, so thought I'd do it today. Today's beer of choice is Asahi. This is not sponsored, but it could be. Drinking out of a bottle today, bottled beer, because I actually believe that it tastes better. Let me just check my mic setting here. Seems to be correct. Alright, so yeah. Just, I'm gonna... I find that glass beer tastes better, and I would normally just drink it straight out of the tall boy, but I thought I'd be a bit fancy and put some head on it. That's a bit too much head, but we are in Japan, so par for course, really. Cheers. Yeah. I wasn't going to have any beer today because monetary reasons. Oh, Ted's come to say hello. But yeah, I was talking to someone and they said, go on, have some. So I will. I'm going to have some beer. And the glass beer is actually, the bottled beer is cheaper than the cans. So yeah, we're doing that. Also, it tastes better. Classy shit out of a glass. You'll notice that my chair's there and I'm floating in front of it. That's because that chair is dead. I was sitting in it and I leaned on the arm. It had arms and one arm snapped off, and then no, I didn't lean on it. I did this. I pushed up on the arms to adjust myself in the chair because I often sit cross-legged. One of the arms snapped off. And then I was leaning on this arm, and this arm snapped off. So both arms fell off. And when they fell off, it broke the wood underneath. And, I leaned back on it one day. And it just, the whole, it's basically a square bit of metal with a piece of wood on top. I snapped the sides off the wood with the arms, and when I leaned back, the back part of the wood snapped off. So it was only attached by the front piece of the wood, the whole thing. So it's rooted. You can't sit in it anymore. It's dead. That chair lasted me about 4 years. Not bad. If I hadn't have broken the wood on the bottom, it'd still be going. Unfortunately, I reached out to the manufacturer who was impressed with the video I made on the chair, but they didn't reply. So, yeah, I don't know whether, maybe the channel's not big enough for them to come to the table. But, yeah, anyway, so I need a new chair. I also want a standing desk, because it'd be cool if I could have the streaming stuff attached to the desk at this height, right? And my screen was there and the laptop was here, and I could stand up and everything would come up with me, and I could do the stream either standing up or sitting down. And that company actually offers a standing desk too, but again, they didn't come to the table yet. They might come around, but not yet. So I am without a chair. I'm sitting in an office chair that isn't very comfortable, I'll tell you that. Yeah, if you worked in an office and you had to sit in this all day, nah, not a good time to be alive, I tell you that. Yeah, so I'm on the hunt for a new chair and a standing desk. I feel like I've got everything else I need. I am worried that because this is filmed with a phone, and that phone was at 8% battery when I started the stream, so it could cut out at any time, which would suck. Luckily, I will know instantly. But yeah, so I'm just here to have a couple of beers with you guys, the subscribers. People who are not subscribed are not able to chat, so yeah, if you'd, I'm here with the subs. How you doing, people? Have a few beers with you. Yeah, I'll need to come up because my microphone goes through the phone to get to the laptop. If my phone dies, I'll lose audio and video. I can bring the video back by turning on my laptop screen. It looks like crap. Can I do that? Wait, if I do that? No, that didn't do it. Camera video. Oh, this one maybe. Eh? Yeah. Wait, no, that's not it either. Eh. Okay, that's kind of weird. This should be this one should be something else. Let me just see if I can figure out what's up with that. No, that's supposed to be that one. Oh, and it's not work. Why doesn't it work? It's on, right? Laptop camera. Nope. Eh? Hey, there it is. So that's working, but it looks like trash, right? Because it's there. It doesn't look very good, and you can see the aircon too much in it. It's just bad. All right, so let's go back to that. That's much better. No idea what that is. Could we delete that? Let's not mess with it, because if I mess with it and then we won't have anything then. So let's leave it like that. So yeah, if you happen to join, make sure you join the chat and have a chat with me. I'm thinking about joining. Well, I have already joined Twitch, but I'm thinking about streaming on Twitch. Like streaming on Twitch and on YouTube in the future. So if you're a Twitch member and you'd like to see me on Twitch, let me know and we can do that. A few people have commented on my glorious hair. There's so much of it now. I'm not sure if I look like... Someone said I look like a hair model. That was John, actually. I'm not sure. I'm kind of getting Lord Farquaad vibes from Shrek. Yeah, it's just really, it's a lot of hair, really. I tie it up most of the time, get it out of the way. You can't eat with this shit. It just ends up in your ramen. Horrible. So, yeah. Now, like, nowadays I've got a line on my wrist from where the hairband goes. It's really quite girly. Girly and horrible, honestly. But I am enjoying the beer. I need to open up the I need to open up the live chat on the Discord so that anyone wants to send me something can. Need to do that. Where is that though? There it is. I found it. But there's nobody in the chat. There's no one here. So I'm just gonna wait. Live stream chat. How do we turn it on? Let's see. Settings and channel permissions. Everyone. There we go. The live stream chat in the Discord is now live or usable. So get in there and you can share whatever you like in there, and I should be able to see it. Engine torque spec, interesting. At everyone. Live chat is now live because I'm live. How about that? No. There we go. What? Yes, using everyone. 90 plus people. Yes. Yes, send it to everyone. All of the people in the Discord need to know. Because, I mean, honestly, if you're in the Discord, shouldn't you know that I'm live? You probably should. YouTube certainly isn't going to tell everybody. No way. Not going to happen. Oh, I need to turn on TTS, and I need to turn on all of the special thanks stuff. Need to do that. So don't, if you're thinking about donating, don't, because you won't get your animations and shit. Don't do that yet. StreamerBot is loading up. It is alive. We'll put it up there. Over there. There we go. And I'll start up SpeakerBot to get the TTS going. I never remember to do this on time. I need a macro. I could write a batch file that I just click and it opens OBS, SpeakerBot, and StreamerBot all in one click. Or click, 2 clicks. I haven't written a batch file in years. That could be fun. When I was studying IT, long time ago, I was 17, 97, 18 maybe, 98. I was the top of the programming class, and I finished everything. I finished the course weeks before everybody else. And I said, well, you know, I'm finished. What should I do? And he said, write me a virus. The teacher said, write me a virus using batch files. So I did. And I said, I remember because I did it. He was really impressed, and he said, that's cool. And I said, yeah, I want to add the ability to talk to printers. How do I do that? He's like, I'm not teaching you how to do that. So yeah. I frightened him. Long story. Yes, just shooting the shit. Nothing's happening in the live stream chat yet. Had some great conversations in the Discord, so if you're not in it, you should be in it because it's a lot of fun. There's always somebody in there. We're always chatting shit. And yeah, it's just it's good fun with good people in the Discord. So the link's in the description, but I'll also put it in the chat if I can. If I can figure out how to do that. Is it this? Huh. Did that work? Yes, that worked. What else? I've actually forgotten what all the commands are again because it's been so long since I've done a live stream. I've forgotten what all the actions are. I need to move this down here so I'm not looking up and away. I can look there, which is close to you. Yeah, I've got this is a bit of a mess, honestly. I can't tell what the commands actually are, and I know that not all of them are, like what I'm looking at aren't all commands. Like there's 3 supers that should be on. There's only one way to do that, and that's for somebody to donate, but oh, that's right. So this one should work. You got to spell it right, and it's not easy to spell. Sanitora, capital Otaku. Huh?
You wouldn't download a car.
You wouldn't download a car. Funnily enough, that's one of the topics we were talking about today. Was the um, how do you feel about somebody 3D scanning a bumper or something and then recreating it from a 3D printed mold? And my feelings on that are I don't like it. And the reason being is that if it already exists, why not support the person that makes it rather than copying it? This for sale. If you're going to make one for yourself, go for it, because that's way more effort and time is money than if you were just to buy the damn thing. So if you want to make one for yourself, that's for private use, go for it. But after you're done, destroy that mold. Otherwise, you're just taking business away from the person who spent all those hours making the thing, the original, you know, creative whatever. And yeah, you wouldn't download a car. It's not like we're dealing with multi-million dollar CEOs stealing money. Real tech. Okay. Okay, looks like we've got audio again. It's probably not going to be very good because it's the laptop audio. And I'll go for. Can I turn that? Let's. You're what? I'm live. It literally never tells me. No, it doesn't tell you when I'm. Yeah, technical difficulties. Hang on. I'm gonna get the video going. All right. We should have. We've got audio. It's crap. Crap audio, crap video, but we are at least still alive. My phone died, and you can see the difference between the laptop camera, which is 1080p apparently, and the phone, which is also 1080p. Yeah. So we're dealing with this now. I need to fix this. Yeah, there we go. All right, so we're live. Ugh. As I was saying, so I just did that. That's how I broke my other chair. Today's beer is Asahi from a bottle. Let's turn up the volume on these lights a little bit. Try and give it some kind of feeling, a bit of feeling. All right, there we go. Yeah, this is not very great at all, is it? Yeah, this is a bit shit, honestly, I think. I hope you don't mind that it looks a bit shit, but we're gonna, you know what? Because it's for you. So because it's for you, we're gonna do the best we can with what we have, which is the Garage Kei way, and I've poured yet another Japanese beer. I don't like that much head on my beer, but I keep doing it. I'm going to blame the shape of the glass, though there is no excuse for pouring a beer with that much head. I am ashamed of myself. I will try to be a better human, a better Australian in future. That's shit. But let's move past it. I want to believe that the camera lens is dirty. Let me try, and I'll turn off the main light and see if that gets rid of some of that light bleed. I'll be right back. Yeah. Did that work at all? I feel like that might have worked a little bit. I don't think I look as nice on this camera as I do on the other one. Good morning, ZUKME from North Carolina. Good morning indeed. It's good to see you. We're rocking out with Asahi. This is not sponsored. I think I'm on the other camera and I'm not. I'm on the... Yeah, we're having technical difficulties. Anyway, we're drinking Asahi from the bottle, from the glass, for various reasons. This is not sponsored, but it could be. And it tastes great. It tastes great. That's something I should work on. A TTS where it announces today's non-sponsors. We are not sponsored by Asahi. We are not sponsored by the chair manufacturer that didn't call me back. Yeah. Turn on. Have we got the rage music on, have we? No, we don't. We can, though. Can we do that? Oh, it's off. Wait, do this. There we go. Rage music! I'm not used to the camera being right in front of me like this, so I keep looking over to the right where my camera normally is. You can see my aircon, you can see my shadow. This is not very good. But yeah, I'm just hoping to make the best of the situation. ZUKME, thank you very much for always leaving the love hearts on all the shorts, all the videos. Appreciate it. Don't think you don't go unnoticed. I noticed. I've noticed you. I see you. But you're not in... I don't think you're in the Discord, so you might have missed that I was trying to recreate that. This is the throttle wheel off of the Panic ITBs. I was trying to recreate it in CAD, in AutoCAD, and I did a decent job. Yeah, let's... Wait, we've got a spike in viewers. Need to do that some more. There it is. Yeah, I was recreating that in CAD, so I can 3D print it. Thank you. You love my stuff. Well, thank you. Fat Golf R is in the house. What's up? Thanks for doing live chats at 7 a.m. here. I mean, I didn't intentionally do it at 7 a.m. there, but at least I got you. If I was doing it at 9 p.m., you might have been partying, because I know the type of party animal, the type of party animal that you are. You two should both be in the Discord. You should. It's a good time. Except when it's not. But that rarely happens. It's always good. Fat Golf R. That should be Fat Alteza. Yeah. Is doing live chats at 7 a.m. a good thing, or is that a bad thing? You guys are going to be able to like watch for 2 minutes and then have to get ready for work, I guess. But, yeah. It's always the wrong time for somebody. Fat Suzuki Wagon R. Ooh, Wagon R. Yeah, that would work. Do a burnout. Front wheels or four wheels? Wagon R. Yeah. I think the Wagon R might actually hold the record for the most popular Kei car of all time. At least passenger-wise. The Carry might be the most popular Kei truck, or Kei in general. But I think the Wagon R holds it for passenger Kei. The most sold. I mean, you could just... I guess you could just keep making them until you sell more than everybody else, but I think that record is actually one particular model of the Wagon R, but I'm not really sure. I'm not 100% sure. What else is new? I'm thinking about, because at the moment I'm doing Wednesday, not uploads, but Wednesday Wednesday premieres. I keep looking over there because I think that's where the camera is. I gotta train my brain to be on this camera here. What was I saying? Yeah, I was thinking about... At the moment, I'm premiering videos on Wednesdays. And I've been thinking about doubling it up for February. Maybe Wednesday and Friday. Because I've got, like... I think I've got 4 videos in the bag ready to release. And I don't want you guys to have to wait. Like, why are you waiting for videos that are already there? I mean, I know some people are like, yeah, but I can only watch one a week because... And then I'll fall behind and then... there's that. And then other people are like, you know, you need to stick to a schedule because it's like a TV show. And if the videos don't come out when people are ready to watch them, then it's not going to be any good. So there's that. But I just don't like the fact you guys are so far behind. I mean, you're going to be far behind the current. Like, the video that I released today, Sticky ITBs, is fairly current because I haven't solved it. What's that? Spoiler alert. I haven't solved that problem. Since that video was made, I thought I solved the problem, but actually not. And the solution that I thought I made will not be in any of the videos, for a reason that you will find out later. But, well, because it wasn't even the solution. What I thought had happened is that the way it works is that the throttle stop is on number 1, where the throttle wheel is. The throttle wheel has a hard stopper. It's actually this way. It's actually right fucking here. This thing rotates this way, right? And it's got this little arm on the bottom of it. See that? And that comes up and hits on a screw. Tunk. So you pull down on your throttle, and it pulls down that way. This way. We're getting reflections. It rotates this way. See that? And this little arm here hits on a screw as your hard throttle stop. This here goes through the first throttle onto an arm, which connects to another arm that goes through that throttle onto an arm that connects to another arm, and so on. And there's slop in those arms, and I've forgotten the point I was going to make. I remember. I thought that this stopper was so low, and that's why I was getting the sticking. But that's not the case. No, I added more. I was thinking that you could add more here, and then lower the idle with the ISCV. but I've already got my ISCV set to minimum, and which means I can't lower the idle any more than I currently can. So, yeah, it doesn't work. There's not going to be any more spoilers than that. But yeah, Sunny Tora Otaku. Sunny Tora Otaku. Can you change your name to Bob to be like consistent across the things? Sunny Tora Otaku is known across the board as either Abraham or Bob or yeah, anyone old with a beard. Santa. Sunny Tora Otaku has a massive beard, so yeah, we know him as anybody old or Santa, older than dirt. What did we miss? Yep, Wagon R. That's what you currently have. Front wheel drive, nice. Dual overhead cam, manual turbo. Huh. Is it a K6A? It must be. There's no way you've got a twin cam F6A in that Wagon R. That'd be sick. That'd be fun. But you're right. It is a lot more practical than a cappuccino is, and part of the reason why I feel like when I finish, like if this YouTube thing doesn't pan out, then I might sell the cappuccino and stick with the Alto instead, because the Alto is ultimately worth less money and it's more practical than the cappuccino will ever be. I love the cappuccino. I don't want to ever sell the cappuccino, but as was it the Traveling Wilburys? I think it was, that said it's going to take money, a whole lot of spending money, to get that thing back on the road. And is it practical to spend that, or is it better to not to get it back on the road, but to get it the way I want it? And is it practical to do that? No, it's not. It's better to fix it up so that it runs reliably and then sell it, would be the sensible thing to do. Am I going to do that? Unlikely, but I'm already 44. I will be 45 this year. 2025 will be 45. Should I be owning a cappuccino at this point? Some people would say no. Give it, sell it to somebody young so they can enjoy it more than you can. And that's probably what I should do. I would love to at least drive it to one open cafe, though. That's the dream. Anyway, that I'm ranting. Sorry. Wheel suggestions for Altezza. There's so many wheels. Anything but a T37. I really like the way the T6 look on the cappuccino. I don't know what color your car is, but for me, even the AVS 7s, they're cheap, and in silver on the Altezza, they look good, man. I think they look good. Yeah, I don't know. I think most wheels look good on the Altezza, honestly. As long as they're big enough. You need 17s. 16s, I think, are too small. Yellow. Ooh, a yellow one. White wheels. White. Depends what your budget is. What are those, the BM? No, I don't know a lot about wheels. You're going to want, I always put 17s on it. Definitely white. Definitely white wheels. Don't go black because you can't see black wheels spinning. Wheel specs, you don't have to roll your guards. I find that I've got 8Js and plus 30 is pushing it. The front is going to depend on the amount of camber you have, and honestly the rear is as well. I've got 8J plus 30 the whole way round, and because I've got the JZX upper arms, I've got 5 or 6 degrees of camber there, and the wheels just stick way too far in for my liking. When I was on Altezza arms, they actually destroyed my guards while I was drifting because they weren't in far enough. So it really depends on your suspension settings. But 8J30, if you put enough camber on the back, it's going to depend on how much you lower it as well. Because I had, and the profile of your tire. I had 8J32s on the back, and they scrubbed all the time. But I've got 8J30s on it now, and they don't scrub. And I think that's the profile of the tire that does that. Not 100% sure. I'm not a super big wheel guy. I don't know that much about wheels. I don't know that much about offsets. Someone said 8J30s the whole way round, and I just went for it. I was very disappointed when I ruined a set of front fenders because they were expensive. Let's make some 3-piece wheels for it. Sure, if you want to get me sponsored by your workplace and fit me out with a set of wheels, no worries. This is not sponsored, but it could be by either you or Asahi, but there's no way I could afford 3-piece wheels. I can't afford a 3-piece chair. I can't afford a 3-piece chicken. 3-piece meal. I can't afford that. Like, I was like, oh, I'm not going to buy beer today. And then it was like, someone was like, go on, treat yourself to some bottled beer. And I was like, they said it's cheaper. And it is cheaper. So I did. I bought 3 bottles of Asahi. It was 1,030 yen or something. $10. So, I mean, don't know. Anyway, what's you sell your kidneys for that. My kidneys aren't worth the amount 1 gram will pay it. That was funnier than it should have been. That was funnier than it should have been. Just unexpected. Because Sino, well, I don't think I've ever seen you in the chat before, and then out of nowhere, first comment is 1 gram will pay it. I mean, it might, if you can sell it. My kidneys aren't worth, 3-piece wheels are worth way more than my kidney, guaranteed. I mean, if you grab my liver, and then wring it out, the alcohol might be worth more than 3-piece wheels, but the organ itself won't be. I guarantee that. You can wring my liver out and then use it, refill this thing. Oh, it's an IPA, an Indian Pale Ale, 100%. 100% Indian Pale Ale. What's the Graham Lights? I like Graham Lights. Graham Lights in white. 17, 8J, plus 35 or something, and you'll probably not touch anything. But, again, I'm not a wheel dude, so if you take my numbers, 8J plus 30... 17s, it depends how low you are, how much camber you've got, but I haven't had any guard problems in the rear with that, only on the front, but camber was less, and it was slammed. It was slammed to the point where I had that problem where the upper arms were slamming into the wheel arch. If you know what I'm talking about, I'm looking at that camera again. If you know what I'm talking about, then you know If you know, you know. Fuck, I hate that. If you lower an Altezza too much, the arms will smack into the upper part of the wheel well. So you have to add... You're supposed to run cut knuckles or cut spindles, and then that will... You'll be able to get it lower. But yeah, complicated. Anyway, I know a guy that does lips and barrels. I know a guy that makes wheels. He's you. Oh, you didn't know that? Okay, well, I'll explain. So the way the front suspension in the Altezza works is that you've got the wheel on basically two arms, and if you lower it too far, the top of the upper arm will actually slam into the next to where the shock tower, where your shock bolts on. It'll slam into that if you get it too low. That's because the geometry of the whole damn thing doesn't work lowered. What you're supposed to do is put in a roll center adapter at the bottom and then cut the spindle down. So you cut 30 mil out of the spindle, and then you put 30 mil on the bottom with a roll center adapter to move everything down. Now it can move the same amount, but it won't slam into the wheel archy area. Fuck, I wish I knew the name of that part. If that makes any sense. You move everything down by chopping that 30 mil out and then adding it to the bottom. Do you know what I mean? But if you do that, then you can't get the Japanese road inspection. You won't pass it. You've got you've had your Altezza for 3 weeks. Okay. My advice would be to lower it as far as you can until it hits, and then raise it up a little bit. I was actually thinking about going to 18s so that I could get the car lower on the rim without hitting on the arm, or hitting on the wheel well thing. But the car will sit up higher generally because of the 18s, and I won't like that either. Plus, you've got more rotation. I'm going to lose power for drifting. So that's not going to work very well. I've got a lot of problems at the moment, and it's hard not to talk about them. Someone has messaged me. I wonder if it's the chat. Who is Roadstar in the YouTube chat at the moment? You are there. You're there, and you are actually Roadstar. The timing of that. I just asked, and then you literally popped up. Incredible. Good timing. What's going in the Altezza chat? It looks like such an out-of-place family car while being hunted by that Viper. Yeah, you're not wrong. That was in the Altezza chat. 3D. Get a desktop CNC mill. Oh wow! Imagine that, having the funds to just get a desktop CNC mill real quick. Jesus. Yeah, I'm out here thinking, how am I going to get a new computer chair? And you're looking at CNC mills. We're not the same. Speaking of not the same, I'm not drinking canned beer tonight. I'm drinking Asahi from the bottle, and we are using the webcam and microphone from the laptop because the phone battery died. I might be able to fire that up soon. But we're making it happen. We've got 9 people in the chat. We're having a good time. Yeah. Had a few comments and questions about the Panic ITBs recently. And I really hope that the next few videos, well, then they're not going. Yeah, I was going to say I hope they answer all your questions, but they're not going to. Probably it's going to leave you with more questions than answers, actually. Yeah. Yeah, anyway, there's nothing I can do about that. There's not. To be fair, a shitty desktop mill from Amazon is like $300. I mean, that's a lot less than the 3D printer that I'm looking at. They're not very good. I mean, but metal is going to be better than the plastic that I'm going to be able to print in, even if it's not very good. I mean, but to cut that D out for the D shaft is you're going to need a special tool for that. Fine plastique. Yeah. Yeah, you're going to need a special tool for that D. Yeah, I said that. You need a special tool for that D. And it's not going to do its own tool changes, and you're going to have to do that. You're going to have to run fluid for it. And no, I don't care if it's $300. You're going to spend a lot more money. If you can get it done out of plastic, it's better to get it done out of plastic. You're off to sleep, nearly 2 a.m. there in New Zealand. Thank you for stopping by. Hope you can join the next one. I was a bit late starting tonight. I'll try and start a bit earlier next time so you have a chance of joining in. Good night. Yeah, on that note, I am out of beer. It is time for the second 2 bottles of beer. I've got 3 bottles, so let's start with 3. 3 bottles of beer on the wall, 3 bottles of beer. If one of those bottles should happen to fall, 2 bottles of beer on the wall.
Let's all go to the lobby. Let's all go to the lobby. Let's all go to the lobby to get ourselves a treat.
Delicious things to eat.
The popcorn can't be beat. The sparkling drinks are just dandy. The chocolate bars and the candy. So let's all go to the lobby to get ourselves a treat. Let's all go to the lobby to get ourselves a treat.
I'm back. Yeah, that was slick, wasn't it? I was supposed to go to the Be Right Back screen and went to the loading screen instead. What do you mean, don't invite me to karaoke? I can sing when I want to, when I give a shit. Anyway, today's sponsor isn't... I'm still going for that camera. Today's sponsor isn't Asahi, but it could be if they reach out. I mean, if they just supplied me with beer, that would be one thing. But if they, if I could get a better camera, that would be even... we could display their beer better. It's only helping them, really. Okay, can I pour it with an acceptable amount of head? I'm doing better than what I was. I reckon that's alright. That's not bad. It's not a full glass, but it doesn't need to be because I've got the rest of the bottle right here. That's not bad. 1 finger. Yeah, that's about right, I reckon. Tap water is fine for cooling tool ends and cleaning away schwarf. No. Nope. 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 Not in a $300 machine, it's not. Well, in a to be fair, in a $300 machine, it probably is fine, because who gives a fuck? But, nope. 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 I don't buy it. This beer is good. That's true. It's good. I enjoy beer. I do. I don't know why. I don't know why I enjoy. I just do. It's the flavor of it. Yeah. I forget what we're talking about now. We're talking about wheels and 3D printing, and there is a makerspace near me that has a CNC machine available for cutting aluminium, 1,000 yen per hour price apparently. There's no way that... How could that take an hour to cut? How... Will they do free quotes? Because that seems like... It's not 100 per hour? Oh, wait, they set the machine up and install the aluminium that you pre-purchased, and it's... Yeah, but then I have to contact them. Yeah, probably, I'll forget. Yeah, I'll put it in the chat, why not? In the 3D printing, put it in the Discord in the 3D printing thing. Maybe that's an option. We don't 3D print it, we just send it. I mean, if it's 1,000 yen per hour, I can make 60 prototypes for the cost of a 3D printer. You know what I mean? Like, just get the prototype done in aluminium as well. Why not? It's not a thick piece. It only needs... I think it's only like 10 mil thick. And that's... Why don't you just check it, you dumbass? Yeah, it's like... I think it's... About 10 or 11 mil thick. And then... Is this still zeroed? Roundabouts. 10 by 80. 80 by 80 would do it. 1 centimeter by 80. So it's probably $10 worth of aluminium. And then, how long does that take to cut? Oh, I didn't account for that. 2. It's 2 centimeters thick. Even if it's 3, you're still really only looking at about $30 worth of aluminium. How long could it possibly take to cut? Does that 1 hour include the setup time, or is just cutting time? If it's just cutting time, if it's all up, then that's very, very reasonable. I could have that for $50. Hell, that in aluminium, if it works, if it fits, I'd pay $100 for that, probably. The thing that I want to do with the Panic ITBs is the current... This is the end wheel, the end throttle wheel. But there's a wheel in between each throttle that doesn't have this. See that sticks out? That's a throttle stopper. That's a hard stopper. The other wheels don't have this. I would like to add that to every throttle. So the sticky shit that you see in that other video, it can't happen because it'll hit that hard stopper. It will always return to exactly where I set idle. It will idle perfectly every time with that hard stopper there, if that hard stopper's in exactly the same spot on... You know, it doesn't even have to be, because it's adjustable on a screw. So if they've all got that, idle will no longer be an issue at all with that. And then if I was to come up with a mini two mini, let's say a C shape, mini C shape, and it's got a threaded hole through there, and a threaded hole through, and we're talking mini, we're talking like that. Hole through there that is threaded for M3, and a hole through there that's threaded for M3, and it was to mount to the two arms that link the two butterflies together. I could eliminate all of the slop of the springy earring that the Panic ITBs have. Now, I've seen that springy earring shit on other ITBs. So the spring has its uses. It's so that if the front throttle tries to close more than what the end one can do, it will allow it to twist, because the earring will spring and allow it to go the opposite direction. But what I'm getting now is, I think, is that when I pop off the throttle, it's springing back, and then it's gone beyond where it needs to go because of the spring in the earring. If I had the hard throttle stops, it couldn't do that. There just wouldn't be any slop. That may eliminate everything that I'm having trouble with. And the springiness is there so that when they move, if this goes beyond where the base of number 4 is, number 4 will stop, and the springiness will allow this to continue. If this is making any sense. And then when you open this up again, it'll come back to life again. But I'm trying to get rid of that springiness, but you don't want to get rid of the springiness without some kind of hard stopper that stops this. If there is no springiness and there's no hard stopper, then if number 1 goes all back to here for whatever reason, it can't currently because of the hard stopper. But if it was to do that, this one could go all the way and get locked in. You see? So you need that. You need the slop in the current setup. But if I had hard stoppers on each of them, it could never do that. It wouldn't matter what the one before it did that drove it, because it's got its own hard stopper. The springs would become irrelevant. You could set the idle with the hard stop, and then you'd set the opening, where do they open, with your adjustment of the 2 screws. And that becomes a lot more like the 20 valve setup. All you need is it 2 or 3? I think it's only 2 little C clamps with M3 screws in it, and that would give you your hard lock between the throttles, between the 4, and you need a a throttle wheel that's big enough that has that hard stopper on it. You'd need two. Is it two? Three. You'd need three. Three I think the M3 or M4 hex-headed cap screws for your hard stoppers for the idle bit, and some springs. You need to source the springs, and you'd need some Loctite. You'd have your hard stops, which means that the throttles would never extend beyond where they are supposed to go into damage territory, and yeah, I think you just clean it up. You'd take all of the slop out of the system, and she'd be fucking sweet. I think she would. I really think it'd fix. I think it would fix everything. I think it would, like, oh, they aren't perfectly aligned. I just don't think it would fucking matter anymore. Another thing that I thought about is running a rod across the top, and then running a pillow, like a ball. I don't know what they're called. I think they're called pillow balls in the remote control car world. But I don't think they're called that in the automotive world. Wait, it's a different kind of pillow ball. So we could say, let's say pillow balls. Everyone knows what a pillow ball is. It's got a hole in it with a ball with a hole in it that sits in a housing, and that can rotate inside so that the hole is always pointing in the correct direction. It doesn't matter which way this goes. If I put a pillow ball on this arm, right, connected to there, and then ran an arm with a turnbuckle, so we have a pillow ball on either end and a turnbuckle in the middle, and that can be my adjustment for where this sits, forward and backwards. You with me? And it goes to a rod that goes the whole way along, with a hub lining up for each throttle. This isn't going to matter so much, the hub, and where this is not going to matter so much, and whether the ITB is slightly off or not is not going to matter at all. All of that setup problems that I had is going to be irrelevant. Slap them on, get it eye level, it'd be closer is better, but it really, one would not depend on the other anymore, in my opinion, because especially with those stop screws, especially with you put the stop screw in, run an arm off with turnbuckles and pillow balls, and you would really get a lot more adjustment. But I think my idea with having full throttle stops, getting rid of the earrings in replace for something that has grub screws, it's probably going to be uncomfortable. It's going to be drama to set them up. I believe it will be. But once they're set, it's a drama, because I was talking to someone on the latest video comments, and they were saying that, the Panic ITB seemed like so much more drama than they're worth. He was saying that the 20-valve ITBs are so much better. You put them on and you leave them alone. Yes, you do. But if you ever have to set them up, you're going to have a complicated time, because there's a lot of grub screws in there. I know, I've done it. It's not fun either. It works. Once you've done it, it's done, but it's not fun either. It involves using, what do you call it? What are they called? It's a fold-out pocket knife-looking thing with a bunch of shims on it. Not depth gauge. It's Anyway, you probably know what I'm talking about. So it's going to be fine adjustment, but you're only going to have to do it once. There's no springiness in it. It's just going to feel a gauge. Thank you. That's what I was looking for. Feel a gauge. So you set it with a feeler gauge. Once it's set, it's set. It's not going to move. Chuck a little bit of not a lock washer. You're going to want some Loctite. A little bit of Loctite on there. It's not going to move once you set it. And even if it did, you'd be able to tell, and you'd just be able to adjust it back because you know what it needs to be, right? You just remember that feeler gauge setting, or just do it up till it touches. If it's, I feel like if you got it locked in and it has a hard stopper, you just can't hurt anything. So, yeah, blue Loctite is reusable as well. It's the red. Don't fuck with the red stuff. Shit, I was rambling and I've missed some chat. PCB cutting. I like custom PCBs, but I've never got into it. PCB is a printed circuit board. If you want to make your own circuits and shit. Light Googling. Thank you very much for your help, Roadstar. 20 to 30 minutes setup, probably 2 hours cutting time. You need to use 6061 or 7061 alloy, you're not alley. Aluminium. Probably more like 7,000 yens in material. 7,000 yen. One of the issues would be that I don't know. This thing uses, you'll see this in, I don't know if you've seen this in a previous video or a currently up video. This thing's got a grub screw in the bottom onto a folding up curved shape piece inside the D. The grub screw pushes on that, and that's your locking. What I'm proposing is just a grub screw down onto the flat face of the D. Now, if this D is perfect, it'll lock in place. It might do that, but I will be using Teflon washers on it, so that should help to take away any of this sort of this sort of movement. But again, if they're all locked together and they all have their own stopper screw and stopper bar, I don't know how much of any of that will actually matter anymore. At the moment, it seems to really matter that you get them bang on straight. My proposed changes seem to make it that it will eliminate that shit. I just feel that way. I don't know for a fact. Positive stop to prevent over travel. Again, over travel. You want it to get to 90 degrees and never go over that. I mean, if it goes slightly over, it doesn't really matter. You just don't want it to go beyond your idle stop, because it'll close too far. They can open further than they can open further than horizontal without a problem. You don't want them to go too far, because they could damage the TPS, but your pedal, your foot can only go so far. That's another thing that I want to do with 3D printing, is actually make this arc smaller. I want to make it the inside of this, because if you do that, if you move this circle here down to there, you reduce the amount of pull required to go from closed to open. You see? Then you can use shorter pedal travel. I had to pull the pedal of the Altezza out to gain more travel. The problem with that is heel towing in that car now is very difficult because the throttle pedal is up level with the brake pedal. When you touch the brake pedal goes in further than the accelerator pedal. You want the accelerator pedal to be level with where the brake pedal begins to engage so that you can press across. It's not possible in my car at the moment because this arc is too big. So if you made this smaller, you could use a standard pedal. Who's a jammy bastard? Yeah. But a positive, why is the... I get... They made it so that the pedal is the stopper of how far the ITBs can go because they didn't want your foot fighting against one of these because that's all you've got. You've got that resting on a small grub screw for the off. Pedal up, foot off the accelerator, it rests on that, that way. If you're hammering on the pedal with your foot, you might want it to stop here, but if you're heavy with your foot, you might bend this, damage something. So it's much better that the floor is your throttle stopper. That is better to be like that. Yeah. Check the Discord. Okay, sorry. Random's always a good time. There it is. Oh. augtech.com. .com. Yeah. I've seen these. This is a throttle wheel. This and a file to round out the hole on one side. Yeah. I mean, yes, but it doesn't have the throttles. For those that haven't seen it, he's talking about this. It's $71 AUD plus shipping. It doesn't have, it's got these cool holes in it for lightweight and styling, but those would be better off as 3mm threaded holes so you could put other shit on them. It doesn't have the throttle stop and everything that I need on it already. So I would rather 3D print something and make something of my own rather than attacking it with a file. I did see these. I thought it was an option, but not for $71. Because there's no guarantee, and a file. Yeah, but it's just, it's going to be jammy. And I'm going to I need, it more important than this is the ones that link the throttles together. This one's the least of my worries. This works. There's nothing wrong with this at all. But I want this. I want the throttle stopper on all of the other ones. That's the purpose of making this. It's just that when I was doing my 3D design, I was like, well, can I make this? And apparently, yes, I can. I put a nice Garage Kei logo on there. And so I made something similar to this. Now that I've got that, I can cut it down and I have... See, what the problem is I actually have to pull at least one of the ITBs off to get one of the inside wheels so that I can know where the linkage parts are so that I can make the linky bits. And I don't want to pull the ITBs off, because if you do, you have to line them up again, and I'll do anything before I have to try and do that again, because that sucked. It really, really did. Surely doing it now, I would be better at it, but even still, it sucked balls. All of them being consistent and having their own positive stop. Is it a positive stop or a negative stop? I'm not sure. When you let off the throttle, is that a positive? Let's call it a positive stop because you're calling it a positive stop. I think all 4 throttles need their own idle stop. And at the moment they don't. They rely on the one idle stop, which is on the throttle wheel, on this. And I don't like that. I want them all to have their own throttle stop. The linkages can do what they like, but they need their own throttle stop. I finally put 2 plus 2 together about Sunny Tora. That he is Jesus, that he is Abraham, that he is Santa Claus, all of the above. Yes, he is God. ZUKME said, just got to work listening to you while I drive. Thanks for the entertainment. I 3D print car parts all the time. Happy to whip anything up for you. Thank you very much. I appreciate the offer. The only thing is you're in New Zealand, I think, and I'm in Japan, which means that it's going to cost in shipping. And it's like, if I do that, I'm better to just wait and save the money and buy my own printer. Because I've wanted a printer for years. It's about time I just did it. Appreciate the offer, but it's much better if I do it. The panic site is garbage, one pick, no real info. Yeah, they'd be all independent of each other, and each one could be controlled individually. If each throttle had its own throttle stopper or idle stopper, then yes, you would be able to get idle absolutely perfect. You would be able to get AFR at idle spot on. That would be the easy part. The hard part would be to get them to open all at exactly the same time. But it's not that critical, in my opinion. As long as if you visually see that, you can visually feel. You can visually feel. It's spoilers. It is spoilers because I was saying before, I've got like 4 videos loaded up that I want to show you that I can talk, that after you see them, I think if you remember, you can see one now that really tells a lot of the story. And I don't want to spoil that for anybody, so I'm not going to talk about that too much. But adding a screw that's set idle, this one here, to every throttle would make a hell of a difference. It really, really would make a massive difference to idle control and how well it idles. You'd be able to get it. You could idle it at 850 RPM if you wanted to, and it'd just sit there, brrr, and it wouldn't be a problem at all. You'd be able to find what is the absolute minimum that these ITBs can idle at, with a set screw for idle on each throttle. You'd be able to do it, and it'd be magical. But it's just going to add too much to the cost of the manufacture, and that's going to drive up the price of the unit, the product itself. And our customers don't. I mean, my customers don't want that, so I'm not going to do that. Yeah. Fine adjustment. Wait, whoa, what have I done? The fine adjustment would be a ball ache. I mean, it kind of would, but it wouldn't be. You'd do it once and it'd stay there, so you'd be fine. Feel the gauge, thank you. I caught that when you did it. Green Loctite. Blue Loctite loses its hold when reused. Green Loctite retains its friction. Ooh, didn't know that. But, yeah, I don't know about that. Because you're supposed to let blue Loctite dry before you adjust it, and I never do, so it dries where I set it. A phenolic spacer before the ITBs would help, as your problem looks heat-related. I mean, is it? Is it heat-related? It could be. It could be. If you've seen the latest video... Well, is it? Is it, though? You haven't seen all of the videos that I've taken. I did a lot of... I spent a lot of time with them. I really have. I don't know if anybody has spent as much time as me fucking with them. I just don't know. I'd be up there with it. Panic called me, what did they say? I am meticulous, was the word that they used. Meticulous. And they're sure I'll sort it out. You are meticulous, so I'm sure you will sort it out. So I might have fucked with them more than anybody else. I don't know. Would a heat spacer help? I don't know. I like the fact that everything's metal on metal because it's solid. I like solid. I don't like a rubber or a plastic spacer because I just don't. It's another joint that's going to fucking leak, and no thank you. By over travel, you mean when it returns to idle. Yeah, exactly right. You do not want it to over travel when it returns to idle. If it over travels past idle, you're going to ruin something. The holes make it go faster. Yeah, you're not wrong. I'm behind the chat, so just let me catch up for a second. You need to look up DCOE Weber linkages. All that stuff is worked out by Carby guys before I was a boy. Yeah, I think that DCOE... Wait, can you send me a link? Could you Google it and then send the link to the live chat so that... Oh, wait, no, maybe I can. I can't copy anything. Okay, what are we looking for? DC. I'll just do it. It's okay, you don't have to do it. DC. Where was it? OE. I've lost it. Yeah, there it is. OE. Weber. I keep losing it. Yeah, Weber. Weber linkage. I'm gonna go to images, and I'm gonna lose video, and I'm gonna lose audio for a second. Shit. I'm gonna lose audio. I'm gonna lose video for a second. I'm gonna try and I'll fix it on the fly. I want you to see what I can see on the website, and I'm gonna do this on the fly because we're live, right? We're doing it live. This is a couple of beers with my subscribers, so we're gonna do it live. Let me just top this up real quick. We're gonna lose video. You're gonna lose me. I'm gonna disappear. The audio is gonna disappear. I'm gonna have to set it up again because we're using the wrong camera. And wait, unless that's now got some battery power, which is possible. Let's just spin this round here and have a look at what we're going for here. 51% might be enough to just get through this. Just to get through this live stream. Can it be done? That's the question. We're live. put that over there. If this works, then I won't have to change it. I won't have to change anything on the anything. You know, so let's just set that. I need to do studio mode so I can see what is actually going to happen. Okay, that's much better. Let's tilt that up a little bit. No, that way. No, this way. There we go. That good? That's not bad. It's a bit low. Honestly, I gotta say. I feel like it's a bit low. You know what? It's gonna be fine. Oh, we've got dual mics. So let's turn that off, and you should still be able to hear me. And then, so we've got audio. We have video. Let's slide it over. Back to there. We're on the good camera. How much better does this look? This is on the phone. This is an old Samsung phone. Looks so much better than the webcam. Can we go back to the webcam? Turn off studio mode. And we'll go back. Where's the... Yeah, look at that. That's shit. Hey! 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 Alright, stop. Stop it. Stop it. Stop it. You guys fucking around all the time. Bloody kids, stop fucking around. I didn't think Moses was working on carbs. Moses invented carbs. Honestly, a bit of a joke by Panic. I would hope you would be meticulous with your investment. Jesus Christ. Dude said all that. Alright, let's see if we can get the wall screen up. Yo! I'm alive. Okay, I'm alive. We can put the live... We can do that. Look at this. Is that Pornhub? No, it's not. Okay, cool. All of your bookmarks. Let's not click that. Okay, so we can put this over here. We've got our DCOE Weber linkage. Exactly this. This is exactly what I was talking about. Let's go to this. Can we get... Garage Kei is not going to make you do this. Alright, so can we just have the image, please? Like, at any time. There we go. So, this is a pillow ball. And this is what I was actually talking about. This is what I wanted to say, but I don't know what they're called. So a set of those. This is a turnbuckle. Am I using the right terms? Did I fuck that up? Pillow ball, turnbuckle. So you adjust these in and out to set the where everything is in the spectrum of the world. And these little things clip onto here. This is exactly what I'm talking about making. The only difference is that this would be a wheel, obviously, with a stopper, a throttle stopper, so you absolutely cannot go past zero, past idle. Oh, jeez, gassy from the beer. This is the rod, but you have to be able to mount the rod somewhere. All gassy and hiccupy. So just let's chill. Try and get rid of the hiccups. Hiccups are in your mind. You can get rid of hiccups anytime you like. You just have to decide that they're done. Okay, I see what they've done. They've used the pillow balls as mounts, but you have to have this location here in order to screw them in. And then that will allow you to adjust your pillow ball up to locate the rod correctly. Then the arms come off and go over to these swing arms here. Now these swing arms here are these ones here. Are these here. These, oh, look at that. They've got a hard throttle stopper on them so that you can't go past idle. Exactly what I want. This is Zachary, what I'm talking about. I'm getting, this is beeping and shit. Burp, 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 burp. There's people messaging in different, no, we're only dealing with AltoWorks 3D printing. Okay, cool. Thank you very much for that. This is the 2 bits in between. Yeah. Okay, yeah. Okay. So, this is what I'm talking about. So, I don't know why Disco Bob or Jesus or Abraham, Sunny Tora Otaku shared this in line. What are you doing, bro? You're 3 different message types. Back to here. I can show you this now. You see that? You see the way that arm's got its own 2 different adjustments here? Ugh. It's got that one on the top and the one on that side to perfectly locate the arm. This is the other arm. That goes in there between those 2 screws. And that's what Weber does. They don't rely on some piece of shit earring to link the throttles together. They've got 2 hard stoppers there. That's what I want to create. And actually seeing that, I could integrate that idea onto one of these instead of needing the C clip that I was talking about. Just do that. Just do that. That's exactly what. Thank you for sharing that image, Bob, or Otaku, or Abraham, or Santa, whatever name you're going by this century. That's the image I needed. So thank you for that. That's the image I needed. Yes, sir. That's a great image. That's what I need to create for the Panic ITBs. That you can see there too on the bottom. No, I need to use this hand. Oh, would you stop it? Okay, here we go. See there? That's a throttle stopper. So that with a D hole, I'm not sure what that is. That's some other kind of stopper. And instead of having a single arm like this that the Panic ITBs have, it needs dual arms with these 2 adjustment screws on it. Then you take all of the slop out of it. There you go. That's how you take the slop out of it. That's how you make porridge. So thank you for that. Thank you for sharing that. I need to hold on to that. That's brilliant. That's the 2 bits in between twin carbs. And that's what should be in between the Panic ITBs. However, what we were talking about here is having them all independent with no linkage between them directly, running up to a rod that runs to the top like this. See that? They don't actually talk to each other anymore. They talk to this rod up here. I guess setting this up and making sure that those 2 are perfectly parallel might be a bit of a prick, but as long as they extend up higher than this, you could run a straight edge across them and get them all perfect. Because you're just doing up this here, which is going to clamp, and it's not going to try and rotate on you. The problem with trying to get panic ITBs to be straight is that the flat areas that you're supposed to be screwing onto aren't flat. So it's like this. So when you're doing it up, you got the hole through there. You're trying to do it up, and it's trying to slide down this way. Your alignment fucks up because it's not machined flat. Yeah. Have a rabbit hole adventure with side draft carb adjusters. There's a million types. Yeah, but I don't need to. What you shared is exactly what I need. That simplifies everything. I don't have to fuck around with this rod and arm shit. That, what you shared, will give that, plus the idle stopper, will give me all of the adjustment I ever wanted. End stop plus where they are in relation to each other, where they take off. You want this one to take off before that one? You can do that. You want them all to take off at exactly the same time? You can do that. This one starts to close more than the other. This hits the throttle stop and will hold them all open exactly where they need to be. Get out of the car, have a look. Oh, shit. Throttle 4 is closing, and the other 3 are still open all the way. Adjust. Pull it back down onto one of your, what was it called again? Feeler gauge. And you're done. Like, what the image you shared, I don't have to deal with all that shit that's on the screen at the moment. All I need to do is make arms that are like that. That's all I need to do. Arms that are like that with a D in it. And some kind of locking mechanism so that it holds on to that D. The D shaft. See that? See the D? Look how much clearer this is. And you can see the, you can't. You can, if I can angle this in the right way. Come on, man. What are you doing? Stop it. There we go. You can see down in there that you can see the grub screw. Can you see it? See that? And that presses on this flat piece of metal here. No, that's the threaded piece. And then the grub screw there presses on the arc-shaped... Oh, would you stop it, camera? Come on, man. Arc-shaped metal inside, which crimps onto the D shaft. Yeah. Will my idea of running a grub screw straight down onto the flat side of the D, will that work? I don't know. That's why I need a 3D printed test piece. Ugh! Thank you for those that are still with me. Thank you for sticking with me through the crappy video, and I don't know whether the audio is crappy or not, but I assume it probably wasn't fantastic. We need to go back, and again, thanks Bob. Otaku, I've got a laser cut guy in Osaka. Just make it from steel. I mean, it's not a flat piece of steel, so it's not. It needs to be CNC cut. Bend and weld. No. More steps, more people I need to rely on, more money. If I could do it if I had my own cutter, if I had my own laser cutter, yeah, I'd do it. I'd do it myself. I already have a bender, although, I mean, fucking, I want precision. I want precision. I want all pieces to be exactly the same. So that they are all exactly the same, and there's no, oh, this one's slightly different, so it needs this. I want them all exactly the same. I'm done with dealing... I saved money by going with the Panic ITBs over another option. And that was good. The reason I went with the Panic ITBs is because I thought my 20 valve ITBs were not performing the way I thought that they should. In hindsight, I think all of the problems I had with the 20 valve ITBs could be explained by the fact that the PCV valve, the ATM machine, the PCV was connected to the vacuum block. Big vacuum leak. That was never going to work. And other things. I'm editing a video right now explaining other things. But just saying the PCV, that was never going to work properly. But people on the internet were like, yeah, that's how you're supposed to connect it up. The PCV goes directly to the vacuum block, so it can suck on there. No. No, you're just going to pull oil into your vacuum block and fill it up with oil. No, it's a fucking vacuum leak. So, if I had have known that, I probably could have got the 20 valve ITBs to work perfectly on the tune that I had. Thank you, Mark. We spent hours on that tune, and it probably would have been fine. Probably would have been fine. Yes, I don't regret buying the Panic ITBs because at the end of the day, more air, more power, right? Up to a point. And there's a lot of people that say, oh, the 20 valve ITBs are too small for the blacktop beams. They're too small. So 52 mil is big enough. You don't need bigger than that. After installing that, a few Japanese people say, oh, they're too big for the blacktop beams. But they don't have any basis for this. I make good power with what I've got. Yes, I don't regret buying the Panic ITBs. Not at all. Is it a fucking headache? Yes. But I spent less than what I would have if I had have gone another option. I couldn't afford to have gone another option. I had to take a loan to buy the Panic ones. My nose is itchy. Noses get itchy when you lie. But I'm not lying. I couldn't afford another. I'm sitting on a shit-ass office chair because my actual chair's rooted. I couldn't afford to go a more expensive, a better set of ITBs. Couldn't afford it. No way. And there's no guarantee that those more expensive sets don't come with their own issues. No, there's no guarantee for me. They look better, but on paper, the Panic ones look fantastic as well. There's no complaints at all, except for me. So I said to the guy today that I was talking to, maybe I'm stupid. Maybe I am. That is, people on Facebook have, oh, you're that, I'm not even going to talk to you. You're that idiot that needed help setting up ITBs, somebody said. I don't need help setting them up. I'm doing it all myself. That's the problem. And no, I don't know what I'm doing. But common sense would say that, you know, what you saw in the latest video shouldn't happen. And I'm not going to tell you what Panic's reply was. You have to wait for the next video. And the video after that. To know what they said. And at no point did they say I'm stupid. They said I'm meticulous. If you develop bending jigs, you could probably make them cheaper out of laser cut flats. Yeah, you could make them cheaper, but I want exactly the same. Jazda, you're in Japan. It's 10:20 p.m. Are you married? You've got to be married, because there's no way, or at least you've got a steady girlfriend, because there's no way a single Irish attractive man such as yourself is in your apartment watching this shit instead of being out with the ladies tonight in Tokyo. So you've got to be married or in a steady relationship. Just saying. Married. There he is. The married man, the faithful married man at home. See, I knew it. I knew it. You weren't out. You weren't out at all. My man. There you go. That's why. Welcome to the chat. I got a 196 strong 0 plum flavor, bitch. Dude smacked me down with one of those fuckers. I've just got beer. Dude's doing 9% chew highs over here. Okay, you win this round. I've got IPA alcohol, 100%. So fucking chuck some of that in there. That'll do it. I'm gonna get demonetized for even suggesting that. Live stream chat is up. If you want to send me a photo, I'm just going to do this real quick for those just joining us. Bob, why are you sending me private photos in line? Like, I'm clicking the wrong things. I have to have my phone on. I bought these wheels for a mate for... Wow, really? How the hell did you get those wheels for that price? The fuck, dude? How? I mean, I'm not even going to show you this. I'm not going to show you what I can see. I'm not going to show you the prices that he said, because it's... No. I mean... But I have said that I'm not going to... I had really nice wheels, and I ruined them by going too far in. At Fuji Short, I went too far in. Yeah, I was too far over the apex, dropped in, and ruined the inside edge of my Model 6s. After I did that, I also somehow cracked a T6. I'm not sure how the fuck I did that. No idea how I did that. So I've ruined at least 2 wheels. So I have said I will not buy nice wheels, no matter how much they cost, until I can stay on the goddamn track. I want to be able to put the car where I want it on the track before I spend any money on any nice wheels. Having said that, the wheels you showed me are not expensive, but look a hell of a lot nicer than what I have. They are 7s and 7.5s before. Would make good content. Yes, it would. However, I have bigger fish to fry right now rather than making 3-piece wheels. I need a seat, because you can't even see the seat I'm sitting on. Look at this. I've spun 90 degrees. I've got no backrest. There is no backrest on this chair. This is the worst office chair money can't buy. Like, if you were to... Wait, did you see? Oh, no, you can't see it when I spun around. I'm sitting on a piece of shit chair. Because my other chair, this one here, broke. Doing this shit. Adjusting myself. Snapped the arms off. Wasn't ready for this kind of man. Nope. Don't believe the hype. Japanese chairs are not ready for this size man. Yep. Yep. I need to design an arm. Wall screen? Laptop screen. Wall screen. There you go. Yeah. There it is there. Look at that. I could have just done this. Look at that. How much is that? It's not available in your yeah, fucking. Look at this. There we go. 53.11. I mean, that's a lot of coin for just this. But you can see what I'm talking about, Willis. You see the way that grips onto that? Look at that. That will give you perfect adjustment. And this piece, I mean, most of it already exists. I just need to remake it in CAD and add this throttle stopper onto it. I don't know what that does. I don't know what that's the driving force. Well, I mean, does it even need to be? Oh, that might be the main throttle. Maybe. Not sure. Anyway, but yeah, there they are. Look at this. I need to make that. How many pieces do I need? Gonna be quite expensive, but I mean, if it fixes all of this bullshit, then it's worth it. 53.11 for this is too much. They're just bent. If they were CNC cut, I could maybe understand, but yeah. But this is what I want. I want the dual screws and an end stopper. I don't need this shit. Yep. Cool. Shit, wrong button. Yeah, so, I mean, cheers, gentlemen, ladies and gentlemen. I'm not sure if there's any ladies in here. I apparently have some lady viewers. News to me. I don't know if there's any but if you're watching, cheers, ladies. I'm just saying though, Jazda, if I was in Tokyo at 10:30, I'd be out somewhere getting shit-faced, not in my hotel room watching this. Watching me swing back and forward on a very uncomfortable office chair. Yeah. Probably going to turn in soon. Been running and gunning since 5 a.m. Well, I mean, fair enough. But yeah, fair enough. Since 5? What time do you have to get up tomorrow is the better question. I've been having a lot of nose skin problems recently. Just on the topic of not on the topic. And I wonder if it's actually because of alcohol. Because I use a facial scrub every day, every morning. Sometimes twice a day before, like, I shower at least once a day, sometimes twice a day. And at those times I'll use a facial scrub, but I'm getting like around the outside of my nose area here, like acne and things, and I wonder if it's somehow related to like too much alcohol abuse. I wonder. Not enough to stop drinking, but I do wonder. Yeah, I do wonder. Not enough to stop drinking. I'll combat the effects of that rather than stop drinking. I'll die on stream. It's fine. Without a chair or desk sponsor, I'll die on stream. Then they'll wish they sponsored me. We were the desk and chair sponsors of that dude that died of alcoholism on stream. Yeah, they could say that, but they didn't sponsor me. This could be us, but you playing. That sort of jam. See, I've already finished 2 bottles of beer. 3 bottles of beer on the wall, 3 bottles of beer. If one of those bottles should happen to fall. 2 bottles of beer on the wall. 2 bottles of beer on the wall. 2 bottles of beer. If one of those bottles should happen to fall, there'd be 1 bottle of beer on the wall, and I need to go get it. So just hang on a second.
Let's all go to the lobby. Let's all go to the lobby. Let's all go to the lobby to get ourselves a treat.
Delicious things to eat.
The popcorn can't be beat. The sparkling drinks are just dandy. The chocolate bars and the candy. So let's all go to the lobby to get ourselves a treat. Let's all go to the lobby to get ourselves a treat. Let's all go to the lobby. Let's all go to the lobby. Let's all go to the lobby to get ourselves a treat.
Delicious things to eat.
The popcorn can't be beat. The sparkling drinks are just dandy. The chocolate bars and the candy. So let's all go to the lobby to get ourselves a treat. Let's all go to the lobby to get ourselves a treat. Let's all go to the lobby. Let's all go to the lobby. Let's all go to the lobby to get ourselves a treat.
Delicious things to eat.
The popcorn can't be beat. The sparkling drinks are just dandy. The chocolate bars and the candy. So let's all go to the lobby to get ourselves a treat. Let's all go to the lobby to get ourselves a treat. Let's all go to the lobby. Let's all go to the lobby. Let's all go to the lobby to get ourselves a treat.
Delicious things to eat.
The popcorn can't be beat. The sparkling drinks are just dandy. The chocolate bars and the candy. So let's all go to the lobby to get ourselves a treat. Let's all go to the lobby to get ourselves a treat.
What was that? Three times? It's not bad. It's not too bad. Can't drink a lot these days. I don't know. We drank enough. I think we drank enough the other night. For those that don't know, Sanitora Otaku, Jazda, and I were drinking with people in Shinjuku the other night, and it was a great time. I had a great time. It was a really, really good time. In a place I don't normally go. I don't normally go to Golden Guy in Shinjuku because I find it always to be so expensive. But the bar that we were in wasn't that bad. We had like more people. And the bill was not that bad. I was really drunk and I didn't handle the bill. So I don't really know, but the bill, like, it didn't seem that. No, I did handle the bill. It was how many people did we had? Like 8. It was like 12 people. It wasn't that bad in my opinion. And you know, I drank almost all I could drink. Not the cheapest drinks, but not that bad, I feel. So yeah, it was good. It was really good. I look forward to... I hope Sonny Tora had a bit of a rough night because he had to stay out on the street and wait for his bus in the morning back to Osaka. So I hope you had a good time because I'd like to see you back in Shinjuku soon for more shenanigans. Soon, he says. I'm supposed to go to Osaka next month. Who is going to be joining me in Osaka? Ted got up for a drink of water. Yeah, who's going to join me in Osaka? That's much better. That's the kind of beer I actually like. I think I did a decent job of that. Not like the other beers I've poured tonight. That's the best one. That's majority of this. There's this much left. This is 633 mils, and I fit this much in one glass. So there you go. Jesus. Highway to the danger zone. At least you got a monitor sponsor and a spicy chip sponsor and an oil filter sponsor. Yes, I definitely do. Thank you very much, Senitora, for the mystery gift that you sent me full of stuff. The monitor is actually sitting right here because, like she said, it's bigger than I expected. It doesn't fit on the desk underneath my other monitor, so I need to 3D print a new stand so it sits lower so that I can do what I want with it. So it's on the back burner. I need to get 3D printing a arm for this will be really easy. This just sits up too high. See how high it sits? I need it to sit like here. See that? I haven't even tested it yet because he sent me an HDMI cable and then I realized I needed an HDMI cable somewhere else, so I used that cable there, and so I haven't even tested to see if this thing works yet. Oh shit. Nearly dropped it. But we're good. We're good. Nearly dropped it. Come on, man. Hello, Pio. How you doing? Good to see you in the chat. Yes, spicy chips. The spicy chips that Sanitora Otaku sent me are still wrapped because they're frightening. Honestly, they're ghost pepper, and they're on the top of the Scoville heat unit at 1 million Scoville units, and I am afraid of them. I bought milk to try them with, but I thought that if I open them and then I can't eat them because they're too hot, then it's a waste. So I had my friend over who's from Singapore, who's all about the hot shit, bragging about how he likes the hot shit. And he was kind of like, he's like, well, we need to go live stream now. And it's like the middle of the day, and it didn't really suit time-wise to do it. And I'm like, No, he said we should do it in a gaijin in a car. He suggested. And then we got to talking about what gaijin in a car is and what it's become and how it isn't like what I wanted it to be, and I need to reboot gaijin in a car. There was supposed to be a gaijin in a car before the end of 2024, but I just never got it edited. This one video a week rule is really slowing things down in a way that I don't really like it. So February I'm thinking about doing 2 videos a week. I said that earlier. Just to get it up to try and catch you guys up with more up-to-date stuff. Like, yeah, I was saying earlier that the fact that the throttles being sticky is still an issue. So it's still current, but it's not current to what I've been up to. Some of you know that I went drifting in... I mean, if you're in the Discord, you know that I went drifting at Ibisu for autumn Drift Matsuri, and the throttles were sticky then. So, I mean, they're still sticky now. I'm currently looking at solutions for that. It's not the most important. Is that actually what I'm doing? Is it actually what I'm doing? Is that what you're doing? It's actually not what I'm doing. What am I doing? I just now on the live stream realized that that's not actually what I'm doing. It's what I'm going to end up with. Yeah, I did drown him in WD-40, yes. I actually did drown him with WD-40 because the you won't see that until maybe the next video or the video after if you're not a member. The grub screws in the bottom were tight as fuck. I thought I was going to snap the Allen key. I was worried about it. They were really, really tight. Uncomfortably tight. So I did drown them with WD-40, yes. But yeah, no, I wasn't actually planning on... I've gone off on the whole thing that I did with CAD is actually a side quest, and I didn't even realize I was doing it. That's wild. That really is wild. That's a side quest. If I had a 3D printer, the actual quest that I'm on would be incredibly easy. Like, really, really fucking easy. Really, really, really easy. Yeah. What's the quest you're on, Dave? Said nobody in the comments. I want to move the TPS from the back to the front. One, so that it's actually serviceable, because you can't get it out where it is. You have to pull the throttle. You have to pull throttle 4 out in order to access the TPS. Not ideal. And so I want to move the TPS to the front, in front of this. Now to do that will require a shaft extension on throttle 1. How are you going to do that? Good question. I guess we'll get an answer to that when I get there. I can't really do it until I get my... Yeah, I can't really do it until I get the 3D printer. Can I? Can I? Can I? Can I? I guess the original idea was to do it out of metal. So I guess it could be done out of metal, out of aluminium. It's kind of dangerous though. Is the TPS known for failing regularly? Absolutely not. Absolutely not. What about the 3D printing services? 3D printing services aren't a thing in Japan like they are in the States. I know you guys have got like next day delivery of 3D printed stuff. We don't really have that here. There may be companies that do it, but this is Japan, man. You're going to have to submit faxes and shit. There's no fucking way they're doing overnight stuff. They'll promise it, and you'll get it in 3 to 5 working days. Guaranteed. Absolute balls up. Is a TPS known for failing regularly? No. Do I want it where I can see it? Yes. Is it in the way? Yes. It's in the way. I can't drive the car now because of the current TPS location. Moving it to the front isn't actually a ridiculous amount of effort. I've figured it out that I can do it relatively simply, and I guess I can explain why. If you recall, way back when I first fitted the Panic ITBs, the heater hoses hit on the TPS. The way I got round that was pushing the hose on further onto the pipes and then raising up where they actually sit. And I built like a platform, and I used like it was like a computer motherboard spacer with a long bolt with a thread coming out of it, and I threaded that into the rocker cover and then made a spacer with a bend on it to get the pipes up out of the way, right? At Ebisu, plot twist for those that haven't been in the Discord, when I was at Ebisu drifting the car for the first time, I absolutely obliterated my engine mounts. That caused the engine to sag and sink and fall over. I'll get to that. That's an interesting fucking idea. That's a very fucking interesting idea. I already know why it's not going to work. Anyway, I'll get to that. Anyway, while I was drifting the Altezza, there's this road, there's this track at Ebisu Circuit that I absolutely loved. And the way it works is you come round this left-hand corner that goes up a hill, and you accelerate as hard. It's flat to the floor, baby. Flat to the fucking floor. And on your right-hand side, you've got a little hut with 2 dudes in it with flags. And as long as it's not a red flag or a yellow flag, you get to that top of the hill and you chuck it. You can't see shit. Clutch kick and flick it, baby. You go over that crest, totally sideways, completely fucking blind. You can't see shit. Yo, all the way down this hill. Get grip at the bottom, flick it back the other way, slide around, slide back this way, and then flick it for a hairpin in front of the crowd. It's absolutely fucking fantastic. It's the best road I've ever driven. Love it. That is fantastic. The problem was that all of that weight transfer on my 200,000 kilometer engine mounts caused them to explode. My engine mounts, both of them absolutely shat their pants, which caused the engine to fall over. So I needed engine mounts. Through circumstances that I won't go into, I fell into a set of engine mounts for my car that are the correct height, possibly taller than OEM, not really sure. They're aftermarket mounts. I'm not going to promote this company because I contacted them and they ignored me. If they said no, that would be cool. If they said anything, that would be cool. They ignored me on all of my questions. I'm not going to promote them. If you're in the Discord, you'll know who they are, but I'm not going to promote them. Fuck them. Even if they said, I just wanted replies. I didn't ask for the mounts for free. I just wanted replies on my questions. They wouldn't even do that. So I'm not going to promote them. I put those engine mounts in. What I discovered is that when I set everything up, my engine mounts were obviously already fucked. Because the engine was sitting lower than what it needed to be. Now that I've got the engine up where it needs to be, or where it would be standard, or where it is with aftermarket mounts, it sits up higher than what I had everything set to. The heater hoses are now touching the TPS. If I run the engine like that, the TPS will wear right through the heater hoses and I'll be fucked. I have two options. Try to push that hose that's touching on a little bit further on, and I'll have maybe 5 mil of clearance. Now 5 mil of clearance is still better than 0, and those engine mounts are quite stiff, so I'll probably be fine. But if I could get it the hell out of there, that will also eliminate another problem that I'm not going to talk to you about. So moving the TPS is in my best interest. Now, Sunny Taurus said that is there a TPS delete you can do using a sensor type Excel pedal through the ECU? Now that's interesting to me, not because of a TPS delete. Because I'm on ITBs, I need TPS. Because I do have vacuum. And everybody says that I don't have enough vacuum to run the engine properly. I'm actually going to disagree with that, because the way I've tuned it, I have very, very stable TPS, vacuum. Very, very stable. It's extremely stable. It doesn't move. Sits on the number. Like, it's within 1. It's less than 1 variation. Is that number high enough? I don't know, but it certainly doesn't move around like one would suggest that ITBs do. So, yeah. Now, you said on the pedal. Now, what if I moved the TPS off the throttles onto the pedal? Now, that could be done with, a couple of brackets. That could be done with, a couple of spacers, a file, and a piece of 8mm rod welded onto the throttle. And that would work. But... and that will work because the throttle is the same throw as the pedal. But I would prefer the TPS to be on the throttle. If the cable snaps or it stretches or whatever else, I want that TPS to be as close as it can be to what's actually happening at the throttles. Your idea would definitely work. I mean, the part of your idea with I can't do a TPS delete because I mean that's my main fuel. Alpha N with ITBs means that it's RPM versus TPS. So if I got rid of the TPS, I don't have any. The ECU has no way of knowing what the engine's doing at all because it doesn't use map. It uses map on the 4D fuel table as a. It's a fixer. If I lost map, the engine will not detonate. It will still run normally. The 4D table is set so I could show you, but it's already 11 p.m. I keep saying that I'm going to show you how my tune works, and I keep not doing it, but I will eventually show you how it works. You've got the basic fuel tune, which is TPS versus RPM, and that's set so that it all runs nice through your wide open throttle, through all your drifting. Everything's where it needs to be on there. But it doesn't work for idle, and it won't work for cruise. Because when you're on the highway with say 13% throttle, it's got the throttles open 13%, and it thinks it needs to be at like 13 AFR to be because you're going to the moon, right? You're on your way up on this arc up to full throttle as far as you can go. You can't. It's not. Why? Why though? Because it only counts how far your foot's pressed down, not what you're doing. So when the throttle, it isn't even how far your foot's pressed down. It's how far the throttle is. Why does it do that though? I can't actually explain it without showing you the tune. I'm not going to load it up. Not now. Another day. You need to hit me when the alcohol content is low, the stream is new, and I'll load up the tune for you to see it. But what ends up happening is that at idle, your AFR will be trash and it won't idle very well. At cruise, your AFR will be trash and you'll be really rich. That is what will happen. Why? I can't explain right now. That's just what happens. So you have a second layer, what we call it? We'll call it it's called the 4D layer, but it's a band-aid. It's a permanent band-aid that you put on top of your standard fuel tune. So you've still got what your throttle's doing. It does that. But if your throttle is at 0, if it's at 0, then it'll use the map signal. How much vacuum do you have? And it'll set the fuel to match that. You can set that separate. And that is how you get a smooth idle with Alpha N ITBs. With ITBs. You set the map to run your idle. If it fails, who gives a shit? You just go. If you lose all your map, you're just gonna go to your default TPS setting, and you'll be you'll probably actually. What would happen? You'd probably go lean. But lean at idle doesn't actually matter. If you lost your map sensor, what would happen? It wouldn't know what to do. It'd default to your TP. It'd have to default to your TPS, which is fine. Because that's how you set it, right? You set it to be fine. It's probably going to run rich, actually. It's going to run way too rich. If you popped a hose to your balance bar, that's going to lean it. What's that going to do? I don't know. Anyway, besides that, having the map sensor control your idle makes everything really, really, really stable if your ITBs are balanced. Like, really, really stable. I think that's already in a video that I showed. Might have been the two videos ago, maybe. When I balanced the ITBs, I showed you that the map becomes really stable when it's when the balance, and that's important because my idle relies on map. Now, what you can also do is if you extend out where that map will actually be, where the map values, where the 4D table, where the vacuum block readings, the map readings are active, you can set up your idle to be, okay, so from here to here. So from, you know, your this map, which is, well, it's nothing, isn't it? It's everything. It's from here to here. Your map is where your car idles. And you set that up. When it's like this, do this for the fuel, right? This area here. As soon as you push the throttle, it goes out of that map range, and your TPS will click in. Your main fuel table that runs on TPS. I realize this is probably getting really confusing for some people, but when you push your throttle, it turns the TPS shit off. It comes out of that, so it turns the map shit off, and it comes out of that area, the idle area. It'll go into your standard TPS range, right? Then you've got, but maybe you come to cruise. You've gone 100% TPS, you've backed off to 10% throttle, and your map reading is 90, and you're cruising at 80 k's an hour, and it does that every time. So what you do is at 10% with 80 map, you set up that area so that it's not in your TPS range, but it actually activates on the map, and that section of the 4D table only activates while you're cruising. It doesn't do it while you're hammering on the car, because you're not sitting at 10% throttle. You're sit at 70%, 80%, even 50% throttle. You're not cruising it. You're not trying to get into drifting. You're not drifting at 10% throttle. You're just never there. You're in 50%, 60%. It's where you want to be, because you're trying to get that car to move. So at 10%, 15%, 20%, you know what the map is going to be, because you can see it on your gauge on the highway. So you set those cells. When you're in those cells, you have less fuel. You don't need it. So you set these to be, 15 AFR. So you've got your main TPS table. When you push your throttle position table, your TPS, when you put your foot down, the computer knows where your foot is because of the TPS, and that gives you your main fuel table. But you have a band-aid layer on top that when you back off that throttle down to 0, it will go to this other fuel table that runs on map, and it knows to give you less or more fuel so that you have the AFRs that you want. And then further along, you set up the map so that when you're in the cruise zone, 10%, 15, 20% throttle, with this map reading, that you will get these AFRs, this air-fuel ratio, and you can get everything exactly where you want it doing that. On top of that, you turn on your, I can never remember whether it's closed loop or open loop. lambda. Basically, you tell your computer to listen to there's an oxygen sensor in your exhaust, and you tell the computer to listen to that. If your air-fuel ratio is wrong, the O2 sensor will see that. It'll tell the computer what it's doing. You get the computer to listen to that and try to adjust it so it's where you want it. Now, if you've got your 4D table out, or your which controls the map, or your TPS table out, then it's going to fuck up in ways that I'm not going to go into. It's going to swing. You're going to get hunting and all sorts of crazy shit. So, you turn all of that on, all of the help you can get, and adjust it so everything's everything's nice and working together, and you end up with a car that runs really, really well. When I drive the Altezza, normally, on the highway, around town, nobody knows that I have ITBs. When I start acting like a dickhead, everyone knows I have ITBs. Everyone within earshot knows I have ITBs. It's all about the way you set it up. There's no stalling at the lights. The aircon works. I was drifting with aircon on. Like, oh Jesus, it's getting hot in here, isn't it? Aircon on, no problem. Still sliding around. Couldn't do that before. I remember, like, back in my old videos, I'd be like drifting along and be like, "Fuck, I'm out of power. What the hell? Oh, the aircon's on. Turn that off." And away I'd go. I'd be good again. Now, aircon's on. Aircon's on, baby. Still drifting. Got enough power for all of that. All of that. No problem. Aircon on. Doesn't overheat. Beautiful. It was in autumn, though. That's why I need to get the car back on the road before spring. Because I really want to hit Spring Matsuri. And I need about $500 to hit Spring Matsuri. And at the moment, I've got chairs, I've got tent roofs, I've got fucking 3D printers and fucking this sort of shit to make. And I want to get it all done as soon as possible, but I don't know. I don't know. That's why I was hoping for a chair sponsor, a discount on chairs, so I could reduce the impact of what that's going to be for me getting back to actually drifting the damn thing. Yeah, you're gonna see things. Anyway, which course? I need to find that out. Which Ebisu course was I driving? Ebisu courses. Ebisu circuit. I was driving on... Is it that one? Which one is it? I think it's that one. That's not dirt. What are you talking about? Hold up. There it is. It's actually kind of hard to figure out which one it is. It's definitely not... Okay, so is it... It's not the Toge course. It's not north. Or is it? No, it's not Kita. Kita is the one that they drift in the dark. It's not Kita. Not north. It's not the drift school. West. Is it west? Is it Nishi? Is it Nishi? It's not Minami, I know that much. I definitely know it's not Minami. Minami isn't even listed here. Why isn't Minami listed on this? I feel weird about this. I'm looking at I'm looking at a why don't I look at it with you? Therefore, that way you can look at it with me. Let's go to the wall. So this is the Abisu layout. All of these tracks are inside the realm of possibilities for your Drift Matsuri pleasure. It might be this one. It's this one. It's D4, whatever the hell D4 is. It's west. It's Nishi. But it doesn't actually look like that. Let me zoom in on this shit. Come on. What? Oh, it's a fucking PDF. Come on, man. Come on, man. Come on. Give me what I want. You get... It's frozen. Oh, that's glorious. That's just wonderful. Come on, man. What the fucking hell? Can I go back? No. Can I close it? No. The whole window's frozen. Alright, I'm control deleting this shit. I think everything's just turned off. Alright, I'm gonna need to quickly redo all of that shit. The PDF crashed. Ibisu courses, back to images. Then we're going to... Are you gonna load now or nah? There we... Yeah, bastard. Not images, I want... all Ibisu circuit. There we go. Right. Can I have some zooming? I can. There we go. Alright, let's turn this back on to wall screen. There we go. Gotta go. Catch you later. See you later, Sunny Tora. Thanks for stopping by. Cheers. See, I'm pretty sure that I'm talking about Nishi. D4 down here. The West Drift short course. Yeah. So the crowd sits down. I can't see what you can see. I'm going to zoom in some more so that you can see what I can see. Right. So the crowd sits down here on this end here. So what you're supposed to do is boot it down here, send it round here, come up over this corner. But what actually ends up happening is this turns into a car park because you got all these cars with all this extra power that they don't need. And then they boot it from about here. I need to start booting it from about here. So I'm flat to the floor, send it sideways, around the outside, cut in here, over that, and then this is the peak of the hill right here. You can't see shit beyond this. Yet all the way to there it's blind, and there's a little house on this corner here that will tell you if somebody's spun out. You throw it, hold it sideways, pull into here, flick it back this way, into here, back this way, and then around there, and then slow down again. Unbelievable. But at this point here, because it's over the crest, all of the weight of everything comes off. You become slightly weightless, and you drop back down again, and fucking boom. So you broke my engine mounts. Broke my engine mounts. All of that to explain which course I was on. Look at that. Yeah, not Matsuri. Not Minami. I didn't drive Minami. I like Nishi. What they call it? The Nishi Drift. Nishi Drift Short. I really like. Now, there is another thing with Nishi that I really like. When they do the Nishi Drift Short, this area here is closed off. And they actually have a section that connects from here to here. So they actually run 2 courses on the one course. Now, if you've had enough of this, you go over here, just leave the course, drive through here slowly, and you can join in with this course here. Now, you can't see it, but there's a chicane through there. So you floor it over on this side, flick it, back out this way, back over that way, around here, bit of manji up there, around this corner. This area here is a raised, it's like a fucking quarter pipe. It's steep. This area just above this drift D5 thing here is nuts. You're like sideways in the car. It's really, really quite something. I've driven it. I think I had the camera rolling. You will see that in a future episode. I just need to edit it. I need to get my footage together. I need to get it done. But yeah, this course here is also super fun. I would have quite happily spent the 2 days just on these 2 courses here. A lot of people like I think this here. I believe this is this school course. No, that's school course there. Yeah, it's just so weird, man. This the way this is all set out, like this road here is like narrow Japanese toge road, and you come to this T intersection here, and it's like Japanese toge road. Then you go up this way, and it's toge. There's nothing on the sides. It's jungle. You come around this corner, pull into here, and this was all car parking. When during Matsuri, this was car parking. You drive past through the restaurants and everything else. This is like bears and lions you can just see just chilling here. Really weird. Drive around here, back into the toge, and then you've got this course here on the side. This is the entrance to school. This is quite a steep hill down here, but it's all toge, and it's all privately owned. So nobody's got seat belts on. People are drinking, and there's people hanging out of cars. There's people riding on roofs. It's an absolute free-for-all. It's fantastic. I recommend it. You come down here, and then this is your classic over the hill. What did you call it? What did you say it was? It's the famous drift one. Minami. This is Minami here, the dirt track. Yeah, this road here was all blocked off. You couldn't do this. At least I don't think you could do that while I was there. I'm pretty sure it was blocked off. That would have been really, really handy. No, I don't think that road exists anymore. Because that's at the top of this thing. Coming off that into this, you're gonna have a bad time. Just saying. You're gonna have a bad time. I wouldn't enjoy that road. I don't know how that connects to that. I don't think it does, honestly. Anyway, I digress. So yeah, you drive back out of here, over to here. There's like a U-turny area here that's all full of cars. And then you drive up here. You drive past power vehicles. There's just cars parked everywhere all along this. It's incredible. And then you can go up to here, which is the toge course. And this thing's wild. Like, I drove around it, and I was kind of... I wasn't scared of it, I wouldn't say. I was too scared to send it, that's for sure, because it's legit one-way toge. Like, being in a car with somebody that knows how to drive, knows how to drift, would be just on this course. Forget it. That would be sick. I ain't trying to drift on that course. No. Well, I was trying to, but not seriously. This is really hilly, a proper toge. But yeah, you come down here and you're down to, I think this is Higashi, and they only open that up for the Matsuri. They start flooring it from about there, and it's just flat to the floor. Flick it this way, out over here, and then over this way, and drag their taillights across this wall. Across this wall, flick it back the other way around the corner. It's incredible. There's a crest here. It's just... You could, if you want to, you could get 200 kilometers an hour entry if you wanted to, really. And then you come around here. This is quite narrow and technical through here, I think. It's long, though. You have to have speed. You have to be sideways a lot. I didn't do a lot of that. A little, like, I'd break traction through it, but I wasn't really drifting. And then, like, if you want to link all... This is a long way, dude. You want to link all this together? It's a lot. It's a lot. I've seen Noriaro do it. I'm just not there. I start drifting about here. Take that. Straighten up. Feint. Take that. Drift that. And then it's down here. And you could begin drifting here if you wanted to. But, I mean, not me. You might even be able to manji that. That's a lot, though. It's a lot. I've seen videos of Noriaro, again, seen Noriaro do it on video. It's a long way. That's a long way to stay sideways, dude. You need to be going quick. One day, if I could do that, that would be the dream. Connect from here, or even like, shit, even from there. Send it, clutch kick it there, and then get it around this corner and over and back around. I need this road to be like out to here for me to feel safe to do that, honestly. It's a lot. That's a long way. It's a long way to stay sideways, dude. And I don't know how to use the handbrake, so... It's a lot. It's a lot. I'm still clutch kicking and shit. Like, I don't know how to... If I could see an 8.6 start here and end here, that would be... I want to ride along with that dude that can start a drift here and end it there. Like, just sideways, back that way, back this way, manji, back into this, all the way around the outside of that fucking bullshit, and then flick it back the other way, straighten up, absolutely floor it, and just on it, flick it this way, back over there, drag your taillights across the wall, over here, and then around that corner. Man, that's some shit. You need balls to drift all of this track, because you need to be going quick. You can drift each corner, but to link any of it, forget it. I mean, you could get sideways in that corner and straighten up, and then drift this one, and then straighten up, and then drift this one. Even connecting this to this, that's a fucking long way. That's a long way. It doesn't look like much. Going from here... Hiccups again. Just chill. To go from here to here, not hard. To slide this, not hard. To slide from here to here, not hard. Here to here, not hard. But you link any of these together and you've got some talent, my son. You're better than me. You've like I don't know if it's just power. I don't know if it is. Like some things with drifting is just you add power and things become easier, but with this course, I don't know if just adding power is going to make anything easier. Certainly does on this. If you have power, you can just manji all of this and then just power, because this is uphill. You just power up this hill, hit 100 there, send it. You can just stay sideways the whole damn thing. You're underpowered, things become more interesting. But I think on this course, even if you've got power, you still, that's a long way. It's a long way, dude. And I really enjoyed talking to you about that. But I mean, what I didn't talk to you about, like, all right, so you leave this back over here, okay, hard left, back over this way, over to here. Oh no, the lions and shit are here. Sorry, this is like monkeys and things. I think I didn't actually look at any of those animals. Yeah, there's lions and shit over here, and there's a camel over here. The Katsudon's great, by the way. Not gonna lie. Anyway, so yeah, if you slide through here and then follow this road up here. Now this is steep as fuck. I had to stop about 3 times walking up that. We ended up getting a lift. Jumped in the back of someone's car that, like, we were walking up with an esky, and I put the thumb out as a joke. Dude stopped. He's like, get in the trunk. All right, so I jumped in the trunk. I jumped in the back of this, I think it was S13 or S14. We're going up this steep as fuck hill. The trunk, I'm holding 2 beers because my mate jumped in the back, like in the back of the car, and he didn't take his beer with me. So I'm holding 2 beers, floating in the back of this car with the trunk, the boot lid's trying to smack me on the back of the head. So I'm kind of like holding on like this. It was an incredible experience. Up this bullshit. This is some serious bullshit. But then you get to here. What you can't see is this is a tunnel, bro. Here too. This tunnel here is narrow as fuck. It fits a car, but only just. Like, it's mirror to mirror type shit. You've got centimeters either side of your mirrors. And this one is up a steep ass hill going up. And it's centimeters either side of your mirror. You might have 10 centimeters. 20? I don't if the car was parked in that tunnel, I don't think you could walk past it, honestly. No, I don't think you're walking past that tunnel. Past a car in that tunnel. I don't think it's going to happen. Anyway, so you go through this tunnel, you pop out at the top, and it's just car park all here. All this top area here is car park, toilets and stuff, and then the entrance to... You pop out here, you come around here, and it's just... It doesn't seem like much on the map, but it's a lot. And then once they get, like, they sort of stage up here, floor it around this, they start flooring it about there, and it's just flat to the floor until they come to about there, sideways, flick it back along this wall, and then back over along this wall, and then around this corner. In the dark, bro. At 11:30 p.m. You can't see shit. Like, it's just insane. This track is nuts. I mean, it's not as nuts as this, but yeah, if you can do this, Yeah, the tollgate course is sick. Really is. That's a lot. These two courses are not. You don't really play around on those. On the tollgate course, a dude rolled it and then got hit by another car and got ejected. He rolled the car, got out of the car, ran around the car to help his girlfriend out of the passenger seat. Someone came over the hill and hit his car, which hit him and sent him flying. And his girlfriend's still strapped in the car spinning around. Everyone survived, no injuries. The fuck. Tollgate course is the real deal. On this course... Oh, wait, you can't see it. That was on this course. Happened about... I think it happened, like, here. Here? Oh, maybe this corner here. On this hairpin here. Anyway. Zoom in a bit more. On this course, in the dark, I think it was an R34. Floored it up here, got to this outside, come on this wall, and then went a bit too wide, clipped. Or did he clip this wall and it sent him straight into this wall and he flipped over? On his roof, just completely rode off the car. Shut down the track for like an hour. 2 cars upside down in 2 days. Be careful out there, people. Be careful out there. And that is my roundup of Ibisu Circuit. Thank you very much to Fridge Magnet from the Discord who basically convinced me to go. I was always under the impression that Matsuri or Ebisu Circuit was dangerous and unmaintained and oh, if you go off track there, you're in trouble, boy. Or people just bashing into each other. But it was Destruction Derby. Matsuri was Destruction Derby, and occasionally some drifting broke out. Was the impression that I had of it. And I was completely wrong. It's a bunch of rednecks out there trying to have a good time. And I had spoilers, my car lasted, I got about a solid hour of drifting before my engine mounts shat themselves and I ended my weekend. But I wasn't disappointed, and the reason for that was that the weekend cost $200 in a 1-to-100 conversion. 200 of my dollars. 20,000 yen. Nimanen it cost. And if I was to do that hour of drifting anywhere else, it would have cost at least, the very least, the same money. But I got 2 days worth. I got to sleep there in the pit. I slept in the pits, dude. I slept in the pits in a tent, had a great night's sleep, woke up, we were drinking, we took an we drove the car to here, and then carried an esky up to here, and then got in the back of some Sylvia. I think it was a Sylvia. And then, no, it wasn't. It was a fucking 4-door, so it must have been a JZX or something. Anyway, got in the back, got the ride the whole way up. We were walking around, hanging around on this straight area here, drinking beers until midnight. Unbelievable. Did we walk back down? I think we might have walked back down. We were drunk anyway. Back to here, into the car, putted around, over through the toll gear, up and over, and then slept in the pits over here in our tents that we set up earlier. Brilliant. All of that, and the next day of spectating for $200. It's unbeatable value. You can't beat that value anywhere. For the hour of drifting that I got, I would have paid that anywhere anyway. So completely, I wasn't even mad that my engine, I was disappointed because I wanted to drift more, but I wasn't even mad that I blew my engine mounts on the first, the first hour that I was driving. Didn't matter. It was good. I was good. I was good with it. Got plenty of plenty of ride-alongs. Wasn't even mad. Matsuri is fantastic. But I'm ignoring the chat. Well, the chat's not really active anyway. What's happening on Discord chat? Is there anything happening? Oh, shit. Nishi Hachioji Station by 11. That'll work. That's going to work. What's happening? What else is happening? Live stream chat. You bought a tiny steering wheel. That's sick. Had to dip out. Your 18 hours is up. Fun stream as per usual. Garage Kei. I'm glad you enjoyed it. I bought a tiny steering wheel today for shits and giggles. Here he is. This is Jazda. I don't know if he's still here. I think he might have gone to bed, but there he is with his steering wheel. I mean, I'm not sure I would have done that pose, but you did go and you did all of that. Yep. Seen tinier. Tiny steering wheels used to be a trend. Look up Jeff's Emporium on Insta. They are very much still a thing. Small steering wheels. Much smaller than the one I got. Jazda's got this really cool hoodie that he well, it's not a hoodie actually, it's a jumper, or a sweatshirt that's got the Work 660 logo on it. You can see, you can't see because it won't focus on anything, but there it is. No, we had it for a sec. There it is, the Work 660 logo on the breast. Very cool. He put together. Yeah. Another great stream. I gotta say, I think I can only remember one stream that I was like, I probably didn't need to do this. Every other stream's been really, really great, and that is not because of me. That's because of you. Your participation in the chat and in the Discord are what make the stream great for me. I'm not sure about what makes it great for you, but for me, it's your participation. So, I mean, the beer definitely helps. I've still got more. Look at this. I'm being a bit, I might be a bit slow. You enjoyed the Imbisu breakdown. I hope that one day, Jazda, I would like to take you to the Ibisu weekend. Because I think you'd have a good time. I do. So one day we should organize that. And I'll see you tomorrow. Hit the hay. See you tomorrow. Nishi Hachioji will be fine. Good night, sir. Cheers. The feedback is good too. Like, I enjoyed the Ibisu breakdown. I mean, because I didn't know that. I don't know what you guys like. Trying to get back to Sly. Wait. Oh! I had no idea who you were. Now I know who you are. Trying to get back to Sly in March. Do you want to come? I do. Is my car going to be ready by then? I don't know. I don't know. Yeah, I remember. I remember. I don't remember whether you have hair or not. I feel like maybe you might be bald. And that might be rude, but I don't remember. I remember what you look like from here down, and I don't remember there up. So are you bald? Or do you have hair and like I'm just a weirdo? It's just so weird. I cannot remember from your eye line. I would definitely recognize you in a crowd, but if all I could see was this, like from here up, I wouldn't know if it was you or not. I don't know if you're bald or not. Hair slows down the car. Oh yeah, that's why my car's slow as fuck. That's why my car doesn't move at the moment, because of this. Yeah, that's the reason. That's not the reason. No, my car doesn't move. Um, I've got a lot of videos to film between now and March. I don't know. I don't know if I'm going to have it done, but I really, really, really want to make Spring Matsuri at Ebisu. Going to Sly, spending the money to drift at Sly would be... would probably get in the way of me making it to Matsuri. So I don't see it happening. I might go and watch. It would be cool to go and it would be cool to go and get ride-alongs again. If I could do that, I'll take my own helmet this time. It would be cool to go and get ride-alongs. That would be sick. But to actually drift it, probably not. My goal is to get back to Ebisu as fast as I can. Just because the value for money, drifting wise, you have all those tracks. And, you know, when I was out there on Nishi, for some of that, there was no cars around me. Yeah, I mean, go there to drive, it's gonna be 150 to enter to drive, plus the highway and gas to get there, plus the gas to top up the gas that I used to get there, and then gas to get back, and the highway to get back. It's gonna be a similar cost, if not more, than what it will be to go to Ebisu. So to drive, probably not, unless you're saying to drive your car. Well, then that's something different. But I don't know. I don't actually know whether I would agree to do that. I don't think I'm experienced enough to drive somebody else's car. I mean, I really do think that it would be good for me. I'm not the reckless kind. So, but to drive someone else's car on a track I don't know, and that might even be better because I wouldn't be overconfident. That's for sure. It'd be power over type stuff rather than clutch kicks, and speed entries, which is safer in my opinion because you've got slower speed and therefore less overrun if you fuck it up. You just spin on the spot rather than sliding off. Yeah, I think I'm cautious enough to drive somebody else's car, but I've never done it. And if I was you, I wouldn't let me. Letting someone drive the Altezza, that would depend on the track. That would depend on how I would want to see them drive their own car first. Imamura events aren't worth it to drive unless you're planning on running advanced class. I mean, that's fair too, because you just get stuck in traffic, like itchy. You just get stuck in traffic and you don't actually get to send it. With the Altezza, you kind of have to be going fast to get it to go, the way you want it to go. And if someone spins half a track away from you, you can't get the speed to drift the track. So yeah, you need to be driving in the advanced class. I've never driven that track before, so yeah, that's a lot to ask. Why is this area of my chest so itchy all of a sudden? I need to go to a smaller screen so you can't see me doing this. You can still see me doing this! That sucks. Alright, anyway, go back to that. It's probably alcohol poisoning. No, it couldn't be. Alcohol, allergic to the alcohol. One thing that definitely helped was the fact that at the end of that last trip to Sly where we walked around the track, I know that track I know that track pretty well. I'd like to walk it again. Walking it again would help. Or doing some drive around it. To drive around it would be good again. Would be good. But we got to look at that track the way a lot of people don't get to see that track. You get to see the ripple strip on the inside of that that corkscrew on the inside there. Yeah, you were like, holy shit, I didn't realize the drops in this on the ripple strip were this big. Yeah, they're like that. They're like that. So yeah, I feel like we got to see, that was lucky for us. Yeah, that was great. Oh shit, Eddie, help! I own an Altezza too. I really enjoy your video. Thank you so much. Thank you for watching, dude. Help? What's the help for, though? You need help? What do you need help with? I'm not sure I'm qualified, but if you need something, I'll try. Maybe the Brain Trust. If you really, really need help, join the Discord. And then maybe they can help. Because I don't know everything. I don't know everything. Maybe that's the attraction. I mean, I kind of hope that people are attracted to this channel because I'm not afraid to admit that I don't know everything. The walk around was really, really good. It really, really was. I'm glad you enjoy the videos, Eddie. That's why I do it. I do it because people enjoy it. So, because you enjoy it, you're the reason for them, mate. Thank you. Cheers. Today's non-sponsor is Asahi. Here's something that you might not know. Have you ever noticed on the bottles? See these lines? Do you know what that is? I'll tell you. That is where two bottles have rubbed together while the bottle's been recycled. They don't break the bottle, they clean the bottle and refill it. And while it's going along its conveyor belts, it's rubbing against other bottles at this point and this point. And the thicker that line gets, the more times it's been recycled. So if you find a bottle that's got no lines, then it hasn't been recycled many times. This is quite thick. So this has been recycled a lot of times. They're wear marks from bottles rubbing on bottles. The more you know. My dad told me that. And I think it's a very interesting piece of trivia. One of the bottles I had earlier, which I'll go get later. Was that actually... No, it's your shadow. I'll go get it later. It doesn't have, like, you can, the three bottles that I've drunk, all have different wear marks on them. But yeah, that's what that is. That's wear marks from the bottles rubbing together as they're going along the conveyor belts, getting recycled. So there you go. If you smash a beer bottle, you actually potentially give it a rebirth. So, and I love the smell. The smell. No, not the smell. I love the sound of smashing glass. I don't know why, I just do. Psh. Especially if I'm the one that's thrown it. Very much enjoy that. Psh. Lovely. Love it. One of my favourite sounds. I won't tell you my other favourite sounds. Not safe for work. But, yeah, smashing glass. Beer bottle hitting the concrete. That's a great sound. Psh. Yeah, beer bottle hitting the skate park floor. My phone is just going apeshit. Beer bottle hitting the skate park floor right before a skateboard competition. I don't know if there's a better sound than that. It's a pretty good sound. Well-earned snack after a long day of driving. Jazda isn't with us anymore. He went to sleep, but this is what he was drinking earlier. Drinking and eating the double and these nuts. Yeah, it was only on for 3 beers, mate. The chat is a full marathon. I mean, I'll stay on as long as you guys are entertained. As long as you keep replying in the chat and stuff. You're on here 3 hours ago. How long have I been on? I don't even... It's not telling me. I don't know how long. What time? 8:40. It's now... 3 hours. 3 hours, right? Yeah, about 3 hours. That's right. I normally stream for 5. So... Yeah, 3 beers. That's right. 3 beers. This one's almost done. I'm taking my time. The conversation has been so good. Or me ranting and raving has been so good that I've got that much beer left still. And you know what? After I finish this beer, if people are still chatting to me, I'm not going to bed yet. Keep it going, mate. Well, I will. As long as you find it entertaining, I'll keep going. But as I was saying, this is what Jazda was doing. These nuts. And, yeah, and the minus 196 strong zeros. That is... That's an ume flavor. This is the plum flavor. I don't think I've had that one, but it's a 9%, and the 9% are quite often very harsh to drink. Like, some people describe them as fly spray, because they are quite difficult to drink. Phone is shutting down because I didn't plug it in. Good job. Do I have a charging point? I don't. How good is that? Yep, no charger. So my phone is dead. Let's load up the Discord chat on the PC so that I can at least see what you guys are talking about. Don't send me anything online, Disco Bob or anybody else, because I can't see it. Phone is dead. Discord is taking its sweet time. Yeah, it loaded. Is that burned into my screen? It's not, is it? It can't be. Is it? No. Oh, wow, really? Well, that sucks. Oh, fuck. Okay, well, I mean, at least... I've never seen that before. Okay, well, I mean, at least it's on the laptop, not on the main screen. But I've actually burned... If you leave something on the screen for too long, it can burn into the screen. And I've actually burned icons into... Oh, are they fading? They might be fading. Maybe they're fading. They're not fading. I've burned I can, even though I've closed the window, I can still see where the folders were, which is trash because I actually have a screensaver set up, so that won't. That's the purpose of screensavers, to stop that from happening. But yeah, it looks like it might have burned. It's an LCD, so I don't like. How does that happen? I thought that only happened with LCDs, with CRTs, but I can still see the outline of the folders, even though I closed that window. That window wasn't there for that long, a couple of days. Anyway, is what it is. Let's not do that to the main screen that I edit on, otherwise I'll be a very sad person. This laptop is shit. Maybe 8 years old, so, and like it's not oh wait, are they gone? They're gone. It's fine. It's it is fading. It's fading away. It was definitely more I can still make out where they might be, but it's definitely fading. So don't worry about it, Dave. It's going to be fine. Let's close these just in case. Oh, Jesus. Lordy, lordy. Why you like this? Who made you this way? You could be any other way. You don't have to be this way. Yeah, so close that, and we're okay. We're gonna be fine. It's gonna be fine. Anyway, open this, and then live stream chat. Somebody. No, what? Why is that lit up? Random. Part of the personalized number plate chavs. Nobody knows what it means, but I do, so that's all that matters. K660cc. Wow, that's a cool number plate, Nostalgic Boy. That's fucking rad. K660cc. That's a cool number plate. That's a Garage Kei number plate, that is. One you mentioned. Who mentioned me? Where the dort's at. Yep. Live stream chat is okay. Well, I'm up to date with that. Fat Golf R was the last chat message in the live stream chat, so I'm up to date with that. Cool. If you missed Fat Golf R, if you missed 3 hours, you missed my breakdown of Ebisu Circuit, so you really should go back and look at that. I feel like the chat in this live stream has been really, really good. It's been all me just ranting and raving, but like, look at the, like, I just want to point out, like, because unless you've been to Ebisu Circuit, it's hard to, or really looked at the maps, it's really hard to understand what an amazing place it is. It really is. So I'm just going to go back to this, and we're just going to zoom in. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and 8. Sometimes this one's closed. I didn't get to drive this one. I didn't care. I definitely didn't miss it, even though it wasn't there. I did miss this when it was closed, But they opened it again, no problem. This is actually one course. Like, you're supposed to come around this corner. And then this way, and then over there, and then round this way. And I don't like how long this course is. I think it's... These two straightaways are kind of... shit. Like, even as a grip course, I just don't think you need this long straightaways. Like, I guess it could be fun, like, because if you hit this corner and then go up onto that wall, doing 200, you're gonna have a very, very interesting time slowing down while you come back down off the wall and then come into this hairpin here. It's gonna be a very, very interesting time. And if you go the other way, coming off the wall and flooring it, I mean, I don't think nobody was doing that while I was there. But if you were doing that, I mean, that could be fun too. Not because it's grip, because the lack of grip that you're going to have would make that interesting. But yeah, while I was there, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 courses. Look at the prices. 4-course set, 1 day, 8,500 yen. That's for the whole day, dude. The whole day. Fuji Short, you have to pay 200 for a license, and then it's 3,500 for 15 minutes, bro. This is a whole day for 85. Half day, 5,000. A half a day, 5,000. 5 courses all day, 8 hours. Is it 8 hours? What time does it start? All you need is long sleeves, long trousers, gloves, and sneakers. Recommended 4-point safety harness and a roll cage. All you need is a helmet. And a seatbelt. When does it open? I think it opens at like 7 or something. What do we got? It closes at 4. It might be 9 till 4. Maybe. Might be 9 till 4. So don't eat. And you've got 7 hours of drifting. 7 hours of drifting. If you don't break your car in 7 hours of drifting, which is like... That's going to be like 7 months of drifting. 7 months worth of drifting for most people in 1 day for $100. 5 courses, all drift courses, $100. 7 hours of drifting. 7 months worth of drifting for $100. Like, just a light 17-hour drive for you. Yeah, but if you stay for 2 days, that's 14 months worth of driving for $200. I mean, if you want to stay halfway at my place overnight and stretch it out, by all means, do that. We'll go together. But, I mean, stay there for a week. Like, get 3 years worth of fucking drifting done. Like, because most people only drift once a month, right? And do you even, like, because when you go to, like, Nikko Circuit, you get 5 runs of 10 minutes each. I'm pretty sure that's what the standard thing is. That's 50 minutes. 50 minutes. Let's just say, for mathematics' sake, that you get an hour per day. You never do You never do, but I get like it's just for mathematics' sake. You got an hour. It's gonna cost you It's gonna cost you 15,000 for your 1 hour. Here, you've got 10,000 for 7 hours. The value for money here just cannot be beat anywhere else. It just can't. And I mean, this has turned from a couple of beers with my subscribers into me just ranting about how fantastic Ebisu Circuit is. Or it's not even a circuit, it's a circuit complex. That's the thing. That's what a lot of people don't get. It's a circuit complex. I've lost all of my viewers apparently. Everybody's gone. Okay, alright. That's probably enough about Ibiza Circuit. Back to the beers. Well, I've got like a quarter of a glass left. Maybe 1/3. 1/3 of a glass left. We might end the stream once the beer is gone, but if the conversation picks up, it could go longer. We might. Oh, it's fucking midnight. It might not go longer, honestly. How many views? 86. Hachiroku views. I might have to end the stream there just so it stays on 86. End it and set it on private so that nobody can watch it and it stays on Hachiroku forever. Hey, Hachiroku. I was going to check my phone for messages. It's dead. I don't know what happened to the lives. Nothing happening in the Discord, the live stream chat. What's CMD here? I need to do some work with this in the chat.